Hey folks, welcome to another VR video. This is something that's around 30 years in the making. I'm going to be playing X-Wing, the original LucasArts game. Let me click on this box here. You can see it spinning around in all of its glory. The original collector's CD-ROM for DOS, MS-DOS version here of this game. It came out in 1994, and this was a re-release of an earlier version just titled X-Wing. This is a mod that's been in the works for over 8 years, and it has released as an alpha, a public alpha at this point. We're going to hit start game here, and at this point, here's a disclaimer. Alright, so we are here in the spaceport, and we've got several different things we can do. We can do a new tour, which will start the game. We've got historical combat, and we've got the pilot proving ground. We're going to go with the pilot proving ground. And these are the original cutscenes from the game, so there's nothing really changed from the CD-ROM release. But we've got a giant star field that makes it more immersive with the giant screen in front of us. Now we're at a hidden rebel training facility. We got our dude R2-D1 here loading up the briefing. So we're going to navigate carefully through the gates. You have 8.5 minutes to finish the course. We'll go ahead and... so this will take us back. We want to go over here to entering these. I love the welder there in the corner. We loaded our astromech. We're about to fly the X-Wing for the first time. So this is the actual game now. I'm using an HD texture pack. Start speeding up a bit here. Also shoot those turrets. So these ones are a little bit trickier because we've got a lower gate here for the second one. Got there? Yeah, nice. Got another turret coming up. And we hit it, but we also hit the ground a little bit. So that slowed us down just slightly. But even looking around, like, we've got 88 more gates to cross through. Now, like all other games, my pilot is set to easy. You can increase the difficulty, you can increase the speed, decrease the speed. There's a lot of things that you can do in this one. Make it more of a challenge, but I am not great at challenges. I just love the immersion of being in this world. This game, in the CD-ROM version, came out in 1994. So if you think about that, that's more than 30 years ago. Whoops, we missed one. We missed two. We missed three. That's a 45-second penalty. I'm going to focus on getting through the gates for just a moment here since I struggled there for just a moment. rattled myself. Alright, so this game, again, more than 30 years old. The development on this particular version, which converts the game into a Unity project, as opposed to the original game engine, which has its super fluid movement. Like, this is by far one of the most comfortable VR cockpit experiences I've ever played. And I've played some that have been super motion sickness inducing in my time. This one is not. This one plays super steadily. Now, the graphics are probably not as complicated as some more modern games, but they're still high fidelity. Like, I feel immersed in this world. I feel like this could be somewhere out in space. There's frost reflection on the cockpit like you would have if you were out in outer space in the cold and frigid air. How are we doing? We still need 37 more gates. We've got plenty of time, I think. I'm not great at targeting and steering at the same time, which is why we're doing a slalom to start, just to kind of learn how to steer. But yeah, this has been 8+ years in development, and it does play on a standard PC as well. It's not like this was built from the ground up for VR, but the VR mode is fantastic. I do recommend playing with an Xbox controller or a HOTAS controller if you have it, or, you know, play as you may have played 30 years ago with a flight stick. They started shooting at me and I missed a gate again. And there we go. Round 1 has been achieved. We're now in round 2. We've got about 6 minutes to do this one. I love that the gates have some variation now. But super talented developers. They've been doing streams and alpha tests. They've had social media hooks the whole time. So I've actually been following the development through the entire process. And man, it's fantastic to play through this. And knowing the voyage that they went on, but also how timeless this game is. Like, this feels like a game that could come out for VR, whether it be on PC or on Quest today, and I would still love it, even though this game, like I said, is more than 3 decades old. I missed those turrets so much. Like, that was like the worst shooting on Earth. I'm not gonna be that guy hitting the womp rat. Oh no. So since we got slowed down, I'm probably not finishing round 2 here. Yeah, I also just Missed a gate. Need 67 more gates with 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Yeah, if you are into dogfight simulators, this was a classic back in the day, and now it can be a modern classic. And it's super inexpensive too. Like, this was just in a Humble Bundle recently. It's available on GOG, it's available on Steam, incompatible versions. You can actually play this if you've still got the old disc versions, the floppy disk versions. It won't have all of the sound and some of the video, but even the floppy disk version works with this mod. Now, it is going to require you to play on PC right now. I'm playing on virtual desktop on Quest. There's not a standalone Quest version of this. So you will need a PC. You will probably need an Xbox controller at a minimum. You can play with keyboard and mouse. That's a little hard for me to do with a VR headset on my head. Some people have that type of talent. I don't. You can see the speed I'm going through these gates, and it is not, I'm not getting any type of motion sickness. It's playing at a very smooth frame rate, and I'm playing this wirelessly over virtual desktop as well, so the performance may even take a slight hit because of that, and it's working pretty darn well. Missing the gate, whoops. We got like 14 more gates to get through. We're gonna get to like 3 probably, unfortunately. 7 more, 25 seconds. One, 2, 3, 4. All right, we did it. Whoa! Trying to get through these fast. How are we doing? We only have 3 minutes and 42 seconds. We're not going to get through 103 gates at that time. But yeah, even this simple early mission proving ground here to just learn how to steer, essentially, has been fantastic to play. Whoops. Yeah, that slowdown is gonna slow us down pretty bad. That was to get one back since they just shot me. Now this mod is simple to install. As long as you have a copy of the game, you just install this, and then if you want the HD graphics pack, which I am running, you can also install that. And then when you run XWVM for the first time, it'll ask you to find your game files. it found mine right off the bat because they were installed in the original location that GOG would put them. But if it's not in a default directory for Steam or GOG, you can actually specify the directory. It will sense which version of the game you have, and then give you a bunch of options. I'm basically just playing with the original options of the game. So I'm playing basically stock X-Wing, roughly, like collector's edition CD-ROM version on DOS, but with the updated HD graphics pack. There's a difference between the floppy disk version and the CD-ROM version, and also a difference between the CD-ROM version on DOS and the CD-ROM version on Windows. This is the one I was most familiar with, so that's why I selected this one, but if you want to sample the differences, you can actually try all three versions of the game if you have them. I believe the Steam version of the game actually gives you the option of loading any of the three. The GOG version, I selected this particular one. And I promise you, it's not all just running a slalom through gates. "17 more seconds. We're not getting through 40 gates in 17 seconds. That's a guarantee." Yeah. So these loading screens, again, are high-fidelity assets. They're not the original loading screens. And the text is not the original text, but these cutscenes are the original cutscenes from the CD-ROM. Original audio as well, I believe. The soundtrack, I believe, is remastered, if I remember correctly. So not too bad. We're going to go back now. The other thing that I want to mention is Top Ace here is a general in the game, so if you want to play through all of the missions unlocked, that's an automatic character, and they've got R2-D2 assigned to them. So if you wanted to play through and reminisce if you were actually good at this game, I'm going to have to take a lot of practice before I start going back into combat. But I love that this exists. I love that the developers took a full 8 years plus to bring this to life. If you have a copy of X-Wing, there's a link to this mod in the description. If you don't have a copy of X-Wing, pick it up. This is awesome in virtual reality. I'll be back with more content soon. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.